Good morning, guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Crystal. It's Tuesday. It's rather dark outside. It's not too cold though. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1934, Cole Porter's much-loved musical, Anything Goes, made its debut on Broadway. Its name kept changing until the last minute, with ideas including Crazy Week, Hard to Get, and Bon Voyage. I suppose not anything went.
Alexa, what's the time?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 9:03 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Tuesday, the 21st of November.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
In Rochester, it's 9 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 11 degrees and a low of 3 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Doctor, I swallowed a fountain pen. What can I do? Use a pencil instead.
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include Iceland and its singer-songwriter Bjork, American actress, film director, and producer Goldie Hawn, American actress and musician Jenna Malone, former American football player, current NFL analyst and TV host Michael Strahan, and American actress, producer, and social activist Marlo Thomas.
Alexa, how old is Bjork?
Bjork is 58 years old.
It's hard to believe that Bjork is 58 years old. Bjork. Alexa, what was Bjork's first single?
Bjork's first single was Hunter, which was released in 1998.
It's all so quiet. Shh. That's what I remember about Bjork. It's all so quiet. It's all so still. Shh. 58 now. Wow. Right, guys, so I'm here in my flat this Monday morning. Nothing's changed. I still feel the same. I'm trying to get myself out of things. I found this packet of balloons, so I'm just going to mess around with these. One gold one out of 50. One little gold balloon out of 50. I don't know what they're like to blow up. Let's have a go. So I've blown one of them up, a small green one. They're not as bad as they actually look. It's not bad, is it? So guys, Tuesday morning, I'm not really doing very much. I've got to save all my money for the electric and the gas and food. So I'm at home. I love my balloons. I should be blowing some balloons up. I'll be getting on with the rest of my day. I'm not really up to much. Last night, it's the same old thing on Plenty of Fish, and I've just basically hidden my profile, because normally I get woken up with "Hello beautiful" and it's on every site, everyone. I don't know whether they're looking for a woman to scam out of money or what, because I've gone on to YouTube and looked up scam dates, scam dating, people on dating sites that scam, and they always start "Hello beauty." They purposely target older women because they think they've got money. So they start buttering them up, because older people, some of them have lost their partner, some of them are divorced and on their own and they're lonely. So these guys are taking advantage of that fact. So it's hello beautiful, hello gorgeous. I don't fall for it. I fell for it once, but I never parted with any money. I never actually gave them any money. I've given them, I've exchanged photographs. I don't even do that now. Some idiot trying to, oh, can you go onto WhatsApp? I've got a foot fetish. They want pictures of my feet now. Pictures of my bloody feet. No. Got up this morning, I write my diary, made coffee, looking after Nikki. She's still not too clever after going missing that time, so I'm having to treat her like a baby. She went missing for nearly a month, and she's obviously gone to toilet in all different places. Maybe she was kept in a garage or somewhere, and she's frightened, and she just hides in the corner, and I have to get her out and physically sometimes feed her. She's also missing Snowball, the white cat that passed away, so I'm just keeping an eye on my adult cat. The kitten is misbehaving. Harry's into everything, and you've just got to be careful. My phone lead dropped the other day, and he was playing with that, so you've got to be careful. I haven't had a kitten for years. So we'll see what happens today. That's all you can do. So Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London, from Global Player.
If they're helped back into work and nudged back into work, pressed back into work, they ultimately thank you. And that was the overwhelming experience I had, that people actually didn't want to spend the rest of their lives on benefits, but because they were demoralised, they found ways to maximise their benefits, then their health deteriorated, and it became a self-fulfilling spiral. So it's in the interest of the people concerned that we get them back into work as soon as possible.
But how could you describe having nearly £5,000 of benefits cut off? How can you describe that as a nudge, Lord Lilly?
Well, it's only a nudge because that's only going to be people who don't take any steps to get back into work. The people who get back into work, of course, will be better off. They'll get higher incomes than they would have had on benefits. Our benefits are not, contrary to many people's belief, hugely generous. They're very meagre. But if people can get back into work, they'll be better in health, they'll be better in well-being, they'll be better in morale, and they'll have higher incomes.
Isn't there a danger some people will get caught up in this?
Well, it's very
genuine cases.
That is the issue with which ministers will be wrestling to make sure that they don't force people who, in no circumstances, could go back to work even if they want to get caught into the system. When there was a tightening up some years ago before COVID, initially there were some problems because neither the people in the benefit system nor the people running the benefit system were first used to applying the new sanctions that applied if you didn't turn up and so on. So people who had very good reasons for not turning up because they had to go to the accident emergency or something, were being sanctioned. Now that I think was resolved and people learnt to apply the sanctions in a humane and sensible way, and it's important that we do so. But we shouldn't pretend that it's good for people not to work. Most of them, if you ask them, will recognise that it's bad for them. They've simply become demoralised and learnt to live on benefits. We must help them get back to work and learn to be self-supporting.
Lord Lilly, thank you. You served as former Social Services Secretary. Thank you for your input. Let's turn now to Joe Michelle, who's Associate Professor of Economics at the University of West England. And we're hearing, Professor, this is what people actually want. They will, in a way, gratefully receive this approach from the government. Would you concur with that view?
Well, I think we would want to speak to the people involved. You're hearing from people who are not on benefits, who are not sick, disabled, and facing these kinds of sanctions. And the feedback we get from cases, and we look at examples, is that this kind of sanctioning is not gratefully received from people who are living on very meagre incomes, as Lily noted there. To take away £4,000 from already breadline incomes will have very severe effects. And this is being framed as helping people, as they'll be grateful for the nudge. But I really don't think that's the right framing. Sunak's speech, again, was all about dignity of work and helping people to get back into work. All of us absolutely agree that good jobs and having work are essential. The question is, how do you best help people to get into those situations? I would argue that having a strong safety net alongside a strong economy and good jobs is the way to do it, rather than what's really a distraction here. It's another way of demonising benefit claimants as a way, I think, of drawing up a bit of support ahead of an election.
If you'll allow, there are 32.8 million people in the workforce and 2.4 million claiming incapacity benefits. So that's quite a chunk of the workforce, and it's gone up since the pandemic, markedly since the pandemic, according to government figures. Why do you suppose that might be?
I think it's something that people are still investigating and trying to understand. I think the health effects of the pandemic can't be overlooked. We do know that COVID has persistent effects, so-called long COVID, and interacts with other pre-existing conditions. We know that we have a relatively unhealthy workforce in general. We have lots of long-term illness, chronic illnesses, mental illnesses, and we don't seem to be looking at the root causes of those. Why is our economic system, our health system and so on, producing a workforce which do seem to have these increasing chronic problems, which cause costs right through the government system?
Grateful for your time, thank you. Joe Michel, Associate Professor of Economics at the University of West England. Anastasia is in Leeds. Anastasia, how do these reforms that we're likely to hear more detail of tomorrow, how do they strike you? Good morning.
Well, hello, and thanks for letting me speak to you, Nick. I very rarely telephone the radio, but I do love LBC.
Okay.
Now, and also, can I just say, before I say what I'm going to say, can I also talk about Doctor Who, because there's a segue there, because I've got cerebral palsy. I've actually got cerebral palsy. I use a wheelchair. The thing is, the support system is often, inverted commas, is often not there.
Right.
And we've got to sort that out. And PIP, another thing, PIP often gets misunderstood because you can claim that whether you have a job or not. You do have to have a disability. Now, if you've actually inspired me, because I think I should try and test this situation out, because what annoys me, I hear politicians, Sunak, all the rest of them, whoever else says, oh, there is the support. In reality, there is not the support.
That's the key, isn't it? That's going to be the key, isn't it? Making sure that people don't get caught up in this. This can't work if people who genuinely can't go to work are being fined effectively. That can't work.
Yes. I mean, I've been to a number of residential colleges before I went to university, and I've seen all sorts of disability, from the severest to the mildest and everything in between.
Right.
So I'm very, very well versed when it comes to disability, and also experiencing disability, myself.
Okay. I've got to get to the news in, less than a minute. You wanted to comment on the other story we're looking at, which is Doctor Who. Can I just quickly ask you what your point was regarding that as well?
Well, I don't have a problem with somebody being called evil in a drama, because, of course, it's not reality. I myself wanted to train as an actress years ago, going around all the drama schools, like the Central School of Speech and Drama. And it's, when you haven't got a leg to stand on, I've got to say this, it's more difficult.
Anastasia, thank you. Good luck with your condition. We'll take more calls on this. By the way, PIP, if you want, it's a personal independence payment. I should have referenced that, of course, when Anastasia mentioned. 9:16 LBC News headlines read by Thomas Watts.
The Chief Secretary to the Treasury has told Nick it's an important principle to have sanctions for people who refuse to look for work. A statement from the Hamas leadership says the group is close to a hostage release deal with Israel. And Professor Sir Chris Whitty will make his highly anticipated appearance at the COVID-19 inquiry later. LBC weather quite cloudy with showers clearing through the day, a high of 12 degrees.
LBC Travel, I'm Joanne Webb, so let me keep you up to date with what's happening on the Hertfordshire stretch of the M25 at junction 25 of the A10, because all the lanes have now reopened, but there are still huge delays clockwise back to junction 22 at London Coney. Also, the surrounding routes are still hardly moving at all. Then also on the M25, but on the Surrey stretch, there are clockwise queues up to junction 11 at Chertsey. A car's now broken down. This stretch was very busy earlier because of an accident, but now this car's broken down. It's obviously adding to the delays. And the A1M's very busy northbound up to junction 7 at Stevenage South, and that's all down to an accident where one lane remains closed for recovery.
This is LBC.
Oh, cow, what is this? Hey, employees.
Right, here we go again. Sanctioning people on benefits. Sanctioning people on benefits, attacking people on benefits. They need to sort other things out. I mean, this world is a nasty place as it is. It's very hard. It's an evil world outside. There's a lot of bullying. There's a lot of hatred. Each individual person is a separate case. People need help differently. You can't treat everybody the same because everybody is different. So it's punishing people that don't deserve to be punished. There are some people that are bad and doing bad things, but there are people that are genuinely on benefits because of a genuine reason. So you need to look at it in individual cases. You can't just say, let's punish everybody. Somebody could actually get suicidal with a severe mental health illness after having their benefits sanctioned and commit suicide. I went through a terrible time, 2015 and 16, and I lost my hair. My hair fell out through stress. And I got on to David Cameron, and his secretary went through my case, and she said, what they've done to you is wrong. And I was immediately given back my money, and I was paid £25 compensation, which isn't a lot for losing your hair through stress. People are individuals. You can't tar somebody with the same brush because someone else has done that. I would do this. Why are they punishing the poor? The poor are poor. So you're taking money off poor people. So it's not fair, is it? Shouldn't they be looking at other ways to sort the mess they made out during COVID? Sort the mess out they made. You heard it. A lot of this has happened after COVID, when we were forced to stay indoors for 2 years. Forced to. People got mental health problems, and then we find out that they were having parties while people were losing their loved ones to COVID. Shouldn't you be looking at ways of punishing other people? Rishi Sunak is rich. He's loaded. He doesn't have to worry about where his next meal is coming from. How much more do the poor have to take while the rich take over? Why did we all made to suffer for the rich people's mistakes? Right? People are going to have enough. They're going to get fed up with this. You've got rich people telling the poor what to do when the rich people don't understand what it's like to have to look for the next meal, to heat your home, to feed your kids. Rishi Sunak doesn't have to worry, does he? Rich people don't have to worry. So let's punish the poor again, put sanctions on the poor. And how much more do the poor have to take before we just decide, well, enough is enough? You know, something's got to be done. I know what it's like. Each person is an individual case. Don't just say, right, I'm slashing that person's benefits, slashing, and you don't know what that person is going through. I lost my hair. It's coming out in fucking clumps. Because I'm an individual case myself. I've been sexually abused and assaulted in government training areas. And I'm not having it happen again. Never will it happen again. And that woman was right. There is no support system. No one's helping me. Yet I'm supposed to be, in quotes, mad. So, perhaps you want a mad person in the workforce. I think half the people in high up places are mad themselves. The things they're putting other people through, completely insane. See you later.